Hi everyone, my name is Desiree and this is the fourth and final video of this four-part series that's been focusing on the low body. This video today, this class is going to be all about restoration, right? So we started low at the ground and then we rose up into our standing poses and then we teetered and played with our balancing poses, and now it is time to come down back to the ground and settle, stabilize, and relax. So let's get started on our bottoms, seated. Right, so depending on what kind of surface you're set up on, you may want to move yourself back so that your knees are on your mat. You want some softness if maybe you're on tile or wood flooring, whichever. But go ahead and widen your legs so they're more than hip distance apart. Go ahead and come back onto your hands, right? And then lift up through the chest, evenly through the front, back, sides of the trunk, right? So go ahead and drop the legs over to the left. So we want to make two 90-degree angles here, right? So go ahead and situate yourself so that you make a 90 coming off the left leg and a 90 coming off the right leg. All right, now sit back on the hands again, re-lift through the chest, the trunk. All right, and then we're gonna rock on the heels to come over to the right. And just check in, right? See if you're in that 90 and 90. Right, and then come back. All right, so right now we're just incorporating some movement in the hips, in the legs, as we wind down from this whole low body series. You may notice that your body may slide back or forth, but just try and stay as still and as even as possible. Go as slow as you need to. You can even stay in one of these shapes to really feel into all the crevices. All right, on your next time that you land on the left, right, I want you to sit more upright so that the trunk now and the chest is facing over your left leg, right? So this kind of looks like a pigeon pose, right? Go ahead and press the hands down into the ground to just lift and adjust in the hips and the pelvis. Right, and then just stay. If you need some support under you, you can grab a blanket, but just try and be here the best as you can without any support. All right, we're gonna come back on the hands, come back through center. Right? You may even need to slide back out a little. Do what you need to do, and then turn and rotate. So now that the trunk is facing over the right side. Press the hands into the ground, lift the hips, adjust your seat. Right, stay here. Lift up out of the hips, find length again, even this through front, back, sides of the trunk. You can feel free to close your eyes, or you can just keep the gaze low and heavy. Right, we're gonna take this whole practice very inward, very quiet. Go ahead and come back to center. All right, slide your seat back, extend the legs. So you don't need props for this video, but I do have some blocks here and a blanket to help guide you if you need to make those modifications. So in this wide-legged straddle, if again you need to put some support under your seat to be a bit more upright, then go ahead and do so. All right, slight activation in the belly, the abdominals, the muscles in the back to again keep ourselves lifted up out of our hips. Flex the feet and bring the pinky toes towards the face. Right, as you reach out through the heels, press down through the tops of the thighs. Right, so we're now extending and lengthening through the bottom half of the body and the upper half of the body. Tune into your breath and tune into a deep belly breathing cycle. On your next next breath in, take your hands to the back of your knees to bend the legs and bring the feet together. Your heels can be as far away or as close to your pelvis as you'd like. If you want to take the further option, this would be Tarasana, right? So the legs are in more of a diamond shape. If you need support under the legs, you can place blocks or blankets, but wherever you are, allow your seat and your hips to get heavy. Extend out through the inner thighs, and again, lift evenly through the front, the back, and the sides of the trunk. All right, stay heavy in that seat. Begin to fold forward. And then as you are in your forward fold, right, lengthen through the trunk and allow everything to just heavy and get closer to the feet or to the ground. As you're here, you can feel free to move the neck from side to side. Take any other movements that may feel good to you here. Again, turn into the breath. Walk into that inward space inside of yourself. See where else you can get soft and tender. And your next breath in, pull yourself up to an upright position. All right. Go ahead and straighten your legs out in front of you. Use your hands to assist you. Reach the legs long. Again, pull the pinky toes towards the face. And as you reach out through the heels, press down through the tops of the thighs. Take your hands to the ground beside you or onto your support. Right? And as you press down through the hands, again, lift evenly through front, back, sides of the chest. Take a really deep, full breath in, followed by an even fuller breath out. Release the legs, bring some bend into the knees, and then let's make our way onto our belly. All right. So I want you to come into a Sphinx pose where the elbows are going to be under the shoulders, hands are going to be on the floor. All right, lift the right leg and just lengthen both legs back behind you so you get a bit more space on the fronts of the hips. Press down through the elbows and then lengthen through the pubic bone all the way up through the navel and the sternum. Take the gaze forward. Pull the sides of the chest through the arms. Relax the muscles in the face. On your next inhale, go ahead and lower yourself down onto the ground. Stack your hands and bring your forehead to rest on the backs of your palms. Shake your hips from side to side. Just allow everything to start to relax and let go. Feel the back of the body start to melt into the front of the body, and the front of the body to just start to spread and move away from its own center. With each breath, allow your inhalations and exhalations to get deeper. And with those deeper breaths, allow yourself to melt closer to the floor. Take one more full breath in, followed by a full breath out. slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Reach the tailbone down towards the heels, right? So the hip bones come up towards the ribs. And then press yourself up onto all fours. And then just send yourself back onto your heels. You can bring the big toes to touch, or you can keep them apart. And just keep the legs exactly where they are for now. Start to bring the head down towards the mat. Walk the hands forward, but then draw the arm bones back into their sockets. On your inhales, imagine that you can send your breath throughout the entire back body. So starting all the way down at the bottom of the hips, rising all the way up to the tops of the shoulders. And on your exhales, you're going to think of all the muscles in your body, all the energy that rides along your spine is spreading out, moving away from center and dripping off the edges of your body. Stay with your deep belly breathing. And again, with each inhale and exhale, allow all the muscles, everything in your body to naturally heavy down with the breath, bringing you closer to the ground. Walk your hands back under your shoulders. And then one by one, to sit yourself up, you're going to round through the back and come up onto your shins. When you become upright, give yourself a moment to reintegrate to being up. Allow everything to settle, shift into this different breathing pattern. All the things that naturally come along with movement. Stay inward, stay aware. You can choose to keep your eyes closed. Sweep your feet out from underneath of you and bring your legs in front of you. Slide yourself down towards the center of your mat. And then lower yourself down to the ground. We're going to come into our Savasana. So scrub the right heel to straighten the leg and allow the right leg, the right foot to turn out. Keep the right hip down on the ground and stay heavy in the whole side of the right body. Scrub the left heel to straighten the left leg. Turn the left leg, the left foot, everything out, heavy into that left hip, and find evenness and symmetry in both right and left sides of the body. Bring your awareness up to your shoulders and slightly tuck the shoulder blades in towards one another so that the chest is more uplifted. Lift the head up off the ground and lengthen through the back of the neck. Take the fingertips onto the skin on the back of the neck all the way down to the base and pull the skin all the way up towards the crown of the head. Tuck the chin into the chest and slowly lower the head back down. Take the arms down by your sides. Upper arm bones turn out away from the chest. Palms to face up. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Glance over your body to see where else you can soften and let go. Stay here for as long as you'd like. If you're going to come up with me, I want you to extend the arms up overhead. Roll onto your right side and just take a giant stretch as if you just woke up from a big, glorious nap in a big, cozy bed on some far away, exotic vacation. Go ahead and come back to center, reset, and then roll onto your left side. Again, take that big, glorious stretch from that glorious nap. Stay here on your side and use your arm as a pillow. Take one more deep breath in, followed by a deep breath out. Press your hand into the ground and return to an upright position. Place your hands on your body, anywhere that feels good to you. Acknowledge this connection with yourself, both physically and mentally. Bow your head to your heart. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste. Again, my name is Desiree. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, I would love to hear them. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.